One click. That used to take me 20 minutes. 20 minutes of my actual life doing something that required absolutely none of my brain. Right, so I have a confession to make. I use AI every single day. And before anyone starts typing, I have never used AI to design a logo. Not one, not ever. Every mark you ever see on this channel was drawn by me, a human, or another human. But there are 6 places that AI has massively helped my brand design, graphic design workflow, and business, giving me back my time so I can create even more and spend time creating more. And one of them isn't what you would expect. Let me show you the first one. Okay, so there's a job in my week, so boring, I used to put it off for days. This is Bezier visualizing. Every time I present a logo concept, I show the construction, the anchor points, the handles, the geometry underneath, and clients love it. It shows the craft behind the mark. And I used to build it by hand, taking 20 minutes each time. And now it's just one click. That's because of something Affinity recently released called Claude MCP. In simple terms, a connector from the software to AI. So you can ask Claude to do boring tasks in Affinity that don't require your creative energy, like the Bezier visualizer or a bento grid maker. In one click, it will create a bento grid to the proportions of my artboard with picture frames. Your imagination is truly the limit with Affinity scripts. You can really do anything, but the biggest one isn't a design tool at all. It's the thing I'm genuinely terrible at, and it costs me half my week. Email. Emails are the bane of my existence. I don't answer emails. I haven't properly answered them in years. No matter how much I would like to, writing and responding to emails has never been a thing that I do. Part of this is because I'm dyslexic, which makes it harder for me to write in general. Another big reason is time management. I just don't have enough time. When you're working as a brand designer and a content creator, you get a lot of emails. In fact, if I did all of our emails, I would spend over 50% of my time at work responding to all those emails. This is where my lovely wife and basically our boss comes in. Naomi does 90% of the emails for me, triaging them and forwarding them to me, especially the important ones for review, allowing me to get on with my design job and not to worry about responding to hundreds of emails. Well, over the past 6 months, I've been using an email app called Superhuman to try and help me. They claim it to be the most productive email app ever, saving you 4 hours in a single week, and I believe them. With Superhuman Mail, you can write emails using AI, which learns how you would normally write them. I found myself writing emails in just bulleted points, very scratchy, ideas, and using Superhuman AI to generate the email that I need it in a more understandable way from those points. I've also been using the feature Ask AI. This is a chatbot on the left-hand side that I can pull up and ask it questions about specific people and emails that I know I've received but can't in my immediate inbox find. That saves me so much time searching specific email threads about what clients have asked for, or a very, very niche thing like a PDF that I need from a utility provider. That's all the business stuff. This next one is the closest AI ever gets to my actual design work, and I still don't let it near the logo. I've watched good logos die in a presentation, a lot of them, not because they were bad, but because the mock-ups were. The wrong product, the wrong lighting, the wrong style, and the client can't unsee it. This is the part where I use AI the least, about 1 in 10 times, and the reason really matters. Take our client Crezi, for example. We couldn't find any mock-ups that we could use to show the logo mark on the alloy of the wheel. Getting this mock-up right was the difference between a successful or failed logo for the client. So we generated one to show how it could be done. For this, we used Firefly boards and ChatGPT. And 90% of the time, I'm not using AI to get my mockups. In fact, most of the time we can find the relevant mockups we need for the presentation, like 90% of the time. But there are times where the client is just so unique and their product offering is so different that you would either need to make a mockup yourself physically or use AI. This is a real image of an Ender Shikari work, not a mockup. But wouldn't it be nice to have something real to point to all the time? The thing is, there are other ways I could create a mockup like this from scratch, but I'm not a 3D designer and the environment I work in doesn't allow me the time to create models from scratch. So without these mockups, I can't bridge the gap between this and this. Creating the mockup this way still leaves me with a great payoff when the design becomes reality. So that gap gets bridged, but there's a different gap that was costing me so much time and energy, and it's got nothing to do with visuals. Here's the daft thing about taking notes in meetings. For the entire time you're writing notes, you're not actually listening. So I've stopped writing them and use Granola, the sponsor of this video, so I can actually be present. When meeting with clients online, it's always difficult to keep track of exactly what was said, what we agreed to, and most importantly, the feedback. And before Granola, we would have to take handwritten notes during the call, which would break the flow and was a very unreliable way of storing important information. Now, using Granola, I can actually engage and concentrate on what our client is saying throughout the whole process without worrying about writing down the important information. Granola turns my rough notes into polished meeting summaries automatically. And I also love that there's no creepy AI bot that sat in the call. It just feels so much more natural. Isn't it always weird when there's a bot in the call? It just feels awkward. Big brother listening. One feature I really love is recipes. These are prompts you can use, either pre-written or you can make them yourself. For me, I've been using the list recent to-dos recipe, which tells me everything I need to know before the next call. And a surprising feature I used often is asking Granola for clarification. For example, I might remember that a client asked for a logo edit, but I can't fully recall the details after the weekend. So I asked Granola to remind me what was said. If you want to try Granola out, I'll put the link down below in the description. So AI saves me time and stress on calls, but how does it save me time for my website? So here's the bit nobody tells you about web design. Framer agents make mundane tasks like populating a CMS, changing a global color system, or even making the website responsive easy to do. This is brilliant because most of the time spent on my website and clients' websites isn't the design part. That's the easiest part. It's actually making the design responsive, filling out CMS information, applying animated effects to certain parts of the site. These things all take a long time and don't necessarily require a lot of creative input. It's all the stuff that you know you need to do, but would rather not want to do. And sure, it's possible to ask the agent to create you a full website by prompting if you want. But for me and my team, we want AI to do the dishes, not the cooking. We enjoy crafting identities and websites, but we don't enjoy all the monotonous tasks that go along with it. We would rather be the chefs. So that's 6, the scripting, the inbox, note-taking, and Framer breakpoints. None of which is why I became a graphic designer in the first place. All of it is eating into my time to do what I truly love, create. And if you want to see a process of us creating a brand identity, then check out the Crazy brand process video here.